All right, next update is the Thornton Shopping Center.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm Chad Howell. I'm the city's redevelopment administrator, and I work in the city's Office of Economic Development. Tonight, I'll be providing updates on the 5 topics that you see displayed on the screen. So we'll go ahead and start with code compliance. All open code compliance issues have been resolved, and current demolition activities have been completed. Thornton LLC, who's the owner, paid a total of $18,500 in fines. The balance of the fines were dismissed by the municipal court due to compliance. Our city inspectors are currently reassessing the site to confirm that no new violations are present. Eminent Domain, the new things to report are on the screen in yellow. I won't read them for you, but I'll summarize them. First of all, there are a number of tasks that must be completed before eminent domain action can be filed. We have outside contractors currently conducting testing and surveying to ensure the city does not acquire portions of the property contaminated with PCE, which is the dry cleaning chemical. We also have an eminent domain appraisal update underway. All of these activities I just referenced will be done by the end of September. So we're still on schedule. That's been the schedule since we started this phase. So that part of it looks good. If you look further down the list, there's things that are coming up for City Council and for the Thornton Development Authority. Council's scheduled to adopt the blighted conditions survey. We have an updated one that'll be adopted by council hopefully on September 14th, 2021, and the public noticing for this has already occurred. The remaining steps in the balance of 2021 for council and TDA are listed on the screen toward the bottom. This is not advancing. Oh, it's doing that to me. All right. Contamination cleanup status. The property owner and his consultants are completing the first 2 phases of off-site groundwater treatment. That work is scheduled to be completed by the end of August, which is pretty soon. And the report on those activities is due November 1st. The consultant is also preparing a revised corrective action plan amendment, which involves physical source removal of the contamination that's under the building. And, I personally am happy with that because treatment is going to won't be done in my lifetime. So I think the old ways are still the best. Dig and haul. So while the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment declined council's invitation to present at one of these August planning sessions, I met with them yesterday online with Tri-County Health and Adams County to ensure that we keep the communication lines open and that everybody knows where we're at and we know where everybody else is at. That went well, and we're going to have at least 2 more of those meetings in this calendar year, unless something urgent comes up where we have to meet more often. CDPHE told me that they've only gotten 3 calls from citizens on this site. Or I should say calls from 3 citizens, not 3 calls, but 3 citizens that tend to call. They're happy to talk to anyone that has questions. And they encourage interested residents in particular to call or email the project manager on this. Her name is Lindsay Masters, Lindsay with an A, so Lindsay at CDPHE. Her phone number is 720-644-6314. And her email address is lindsay.masters@state.co.us. We'll get that up on the website too. I think we have the number for CDPHE up there, but it's a general number. We'll get her specific contact information up there. They did tell me that if council wants more action out of the state and more priority to this, that it's helpful to them if people call. They did tell me that. They keep track. So that was interesting. A new wrinkle has appeared in the environmental cleanup. An underground storage tank was discovered during the recent demolition activities. And the state's Division of Oil and Public Safety, who have jurisdiction over that tank, inspected it, found that it contains used oil and it's therefore regulated. And so they'll be working with the owner to make sure that it's registered, removed, and properly disposed. So we're on top of that.
Do we have any idea how that got there?
Well, years and years ago, in that big building that just got demolished, there was an oil change place there. And so they may even have two tanks there. One time they had one tank for used oil, one tank for new oil. So we'll get to the bottom of that, so to speak, literally. So now negotiations, eminent domain's not the only way we could possibly go. We're still talking with the owner, and we talked with them as recently as today. And so John's available online. He hasn't had time yet, I don't think, to brief Kevin or senior staff on the results of that, but we'll say we're cautiously optimistic. It was a hopeful conversation. But we've been left at the altar before. So sorry. But I would say that it was a productive meeting. I really feel that way. There seems to be goodwill on the other side all of a sudden. So that's hopeful news. And then in terms of,
you want to wait a couple weeks to give more detail on it?
yeah, we will. We'll fill everyone in, and then you and John can figure out whether we need to have an exec session yet. So in terms of the development community at large, they've kind of gotten quiet on us because they know the city's thinking about making a play for the property, and they don't want to create any conflict. I did field a call from the developer Iron Woman yesterday. They had a couple small requests for information. So there's still interest out there. I don't think they want to compete directly with the city. And finally, our communications division has done a good job of helping us push out information. They sent the first Thornton Shopping Center email this past Friday to 29 subscribers that include council. The website, I think, continues to be the best source for information. If you get the emails and look at the website and pay attention at the planning sessions, it's probably overkill. You're probably going to hear the same things 3 times. But I think we're getting to a larger audience by pushing these things out in different formats. So, and finally, as promised, the inserts directing interested citizens to our website are being included in the August utility bills. So people will be getting those inserts. And we'll see what comes of that. So that's my update for this week. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.